Welcome to Virus Simulation Part 4. This is part of the Computer Science 112 course. Alright, so we're going to work our way through this and we're going to kind of add a little more functionality. So when looking at our cycle of a virus, the person can be in one of several states. They can be healthy, but they have no virus infection. They also don't have an immunity. They can be infected with the virus and be able to infect others. And the final state that they can have is that they can be immune, which happens either by already having the virus and getting better, or being inoculated with something such as a flu shot or a vaccine of some sort. So, to organize our process, we got to think about these turtles. They can be one of three states: well, immune, or sick. And what is each one? Well is the immune is 0, and also they're infected is 0. If they're immune, then they should have some immune value, and their infected value should be 0. If they're sick, then their infected value needs to be bigger than 0, and they can't be immune. So in this, we're going to add in this immunity. We're also going to add in a couple buttons, such as to make all the turtles well, to give some of the turtles shots, and to infect a percentage of these turtles. So we're going to add in this immunity related stuff first, and by doing this, until we get to the next lesson, we're going to have some conflicts. So what we're going to do is we're going to comment out our healing and infect code. And what this is going to do is we're going to turn those specific things off so we can just focus on this immunity stuff without getting a weird overlapping everything. Don't delete them. Don't click backspace or delete or anything like that. We're just going to put some semicolons in front of it, and it's going to let us do this. So let's go ahead and do it. All right. So to that page. So up here, I'm going to go to my Ask Turtles, where I ask them to move, heal, infect. I'm going to comment out healing, and I'm going to comment out infecting. And so now all they do is they move, which is totally fine. That's what I want. All right. So we already have them have an immune value, and we need to modify our make well to make it so that we have an immune set to 0 whenever we make everyone well. So let's go ahead and do that. If you didn't already, at the very top, they should have that turtle zone, infected, immune. If you did that with me in a prior video, then you're good. All right, so I'm going to go down. Our make well, we need to set infected to be 0, and we need to set immune to be 0. And that might be a little weird for you. And the reason that is the way that it is that way we're just kind of setting fresh every time. And just because they're well doesn't mean they're immune. So that's why we're doing that. All right, let's jump back to here. Let's add a couple of sliders, the number of days they can be immune. Now this comes from viruses can mutate and change, and this is how long until it's changed enough that the body won't recognize it as the same disease and has to fight it all over again. We'll also set a percent immune, and what this is going to do is it's going to give us a value for our slider or for our button to make to inoculate so many individuals. So let's go ahead and make that. So go here. Oh, we need this one on. All right. So num days immune. I think I set this to be 0 to 200. Okay. And we're going to add another one. And this is going to be, what do I call that? Percent immune. Percent immune. And 0 to 100. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so let's make a couple buttons now. Let's do our infect, and it's going to call the infect procedure. Inoculate, which is going to call the inoculate procedure, and make all well, and that's going to call a make all well procedure. Now, some of you might be like, wait, we haven't done that yet, and that's okay. And that's perfectly right. We have not. So let's go make a couple buttons, though. Button. Make all well. Oops, can't see that. There you go. Make all well is my command, and then display name is make all well. Sure, why not? And click OK. It's going to be grumpy at me because we haven't defined that. Let's add another one called inoculate. Inoculate. Put it with the capital. Inoculate. Okay. And what was the other one? Infect. Oh, it only has one in. Because I'll spell it wrong on the other page if I don't fix that. Alright, and then infect. And display name, infect. Alright. Alright, let's go to our code because we're going to have to make some more codes. But let's see what we have lined up for us. Alright, so the infect procedure, we're going to call from the button infect, so it will need to have an asTurtles. It's going to infect the turtles based on the percent infected. If the turtle's well, then we're going to infect the turtle by setting infected to be the number of days infected and the number blue. Yeah, we're just going to use that, like, make infected idea. So to infect, we're going to ask turtles, do this. If infected, do this, and then we're also going to be adding in this idea of immunity being equal to 0. And we're going to set the infected to be number of days infected, and we're going to set the color to be blue. So let's go ahead and do that before we go any farther. All right, I don't think we have a to infect. Okay, yeah, we don't. All right, so to infect, we need to ask the turtles. They need to choose if random float 100 is less than percent is it infect or infected? Infected. If they're not already sick, so immune or infected equals 0. So if they're not already sick, and if they're not already immune, then we want to, well, we actually just want them to make infected, right? Make infected. This cleans it up just a little bit. All right, close that one, close that one, close that one, close that one, and end it. Check. So infect. Hey, made some of them sick. Awesome, that's what we're looking for. All right, let's do the next one. The inoculate procedure is called from the button inoculate, so it's going to need an asTurtles in it as well. It's going to inoculate the turtles based off of our slider. This is seeming very similar, right? If the turtle's well, then it can be inoculated. It's very, very similar. All right, so let's go and try this out. So similar, in fact, that I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go whoop, Control C, go down, Control V. So to inoculate, percent inoculated. I think I had inoculated. I had inoculate or inoculate. Percent immune. Oops. Percent immune. Probably could have called that inoculated, but it's fine. And then let's see. If immune is 0, then we want to make immune, which you might be like, wait, we don't have that. Let's go make it. To make immune, we're already talking in turtles, so in turtle context, I do that to help myself later on. So, okay, so if we're in this, we want to set immune to be num days immune. We want to, I kind of like this idea of like set infected to be 0, and so then we just make sure that that's happening. Oh yeah, we want to change their color. We're gonna make these guys set color red. They're gonna be red when we do this. So let's do end, check, set up. Okay, inoculate. Yeah, change some of them to red. I'm gonna go look at them. Turtle 113, so you guys can see this. They're infected is 0. Their immune is 50 though. Awesome. That's what I wanted. All right. Okay, over there. All right, now we're going to do a make well, and what this is going to do is we're going to ask all the turtles to do the make well procedure. All right, well, that's pretty straightforward. So let's switch over to our code. To make all well, ask the turtles. Let's see what we need that. Make well. Make well. Make well. Alright, and then we're going to end it. We check. Looks like everything's good. Set up. Inoculate some of them are red. Infect some of them turn blue. Make all well. Everyone turns yellow. Awesome. And actually, here, I'll do this. I'm going to go check this red guy out. So you guys can see immune is 50. Let's make all of them well. Switch back to him, and his infected gets to 0, and so does his immunity. Awesome. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and also modify our plot. Let's change it to be infected and immune turtles, and we can change the color of the pen so that then all the ones that are sick are going to be blue, and then all the ones that are immune are going to be green. Actually, we're going to do something different. We're going to do the green be the infected ones and the red be the immune ones, because that's how we actually have them set up in our code. And then we're going to make sure that we show the legends so that anyone knows whenever we look at that. So let's go ahead and make that change. Let's do this. Let's edit that this way you guys can see it. Immune and infected turtles. We're going to show the legend. The pen name we can rename, so this is going to be the infected turtles, which we have as being blue. I want, maybe it's this color blue. Oh wait, right here. Along this side, this should have blue. Blue, there we go. All right, so we're going to have that. Close that, and then we're going to add another pen. And it's going to be the turtle red value. Red. And this is going to be immune. And this one we're going to plot count turtles with an immune greater than, oops, it's not greater than simple, this is greater than 0. Wrong type of block. And click OK. Alright, so set up, go. They actually, I don't think they ever become immune because we don't have them healing at all. Right. Let's inoculate some, and it should show on our graph. There we go. Yep, some over that. Let's infect some. Make sure our graphs are working. Yep, awesome. All right. Most of this, we did this. What we're going to do is we're going to set the default shape to be a person. If you don't remember how to do this, you can stick around. We'll complete that together. And make sure you do some comments for the program. So this is everything that should be in your program already. We should have a button for infect, inoculate, make all well, some sliders of num days immune, percent immune. We should have an immune variable, and then we're going to go set the shape to be person here in just a second. This is kind of a breakdown of everything it should be. This is everything that we did in assignment 9.4. All right, let's go change those people. All right, if I go here, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this is even a value that I can grab. So I'm going to go into here, into tools, and turtle shapes editor. I'm going to see if human's in here right now. Person. All right, person. So it's the right thing. So I'm going to go to my very top, right up here, before I even make the turtles. Set default shape turtles person. Check. Let's do that. Setup. They're all people now. Yay. All right, cool. All right. Hopefully this was helpful.